Yellow jerseys, roaring crowds, and a team that refuses to fade away. Today, we are talking about that IPL franchisee that has mastered the art of winning. Hello, everyone. I'm Reema, and you're watching Offside Opinions. So, IPL is just around the corner, and I am back with another squad review. And today, it's CSK's turn. If there's one thing that defines CSK, it's consistency. They have built a legacy around retaining their core group, tactical genius, and exceptional leadership. Their formula for success has been simple: sticking to their strengths, and it has worked. 12 playoff appearances in 15 seasons, 10 finals, and 5 titles. Wow. Now they had a disappointing 2024 campaign. And when I say disappointing, it means not qualifying for the playoffs and finishing fifth. But I'm sure they would be hungry for redemption with the squad that they have assembled for this season. So without wasting time, first let's have a look at it. They have Devon Conway, Ruturaj Gaikwad, MS Dhoni, Rahul Tripathi, a long list of all-rounders including Jadeja, Rachin Ravindra, Ashwin, Sam Curran, Shivam Dubey, and a good unit of bowlers including Noor Ahmad, Pathirana, Khalil Ahmed, Nathan Ellis, Sresh Gopal, among others. Well, after looking at that squad, I think everyone will agree that with Jadeja, Ashwin, and Noor Ahmed, CSK has assembled a quality spin attack for IPL 2025. This trio can be a formidable unit if conditions favor them, and I think Chepauk will likely offer those conditions, isn't it? Ashwin is returning to CSK after a decade with lots of experience. And also, let's not forget, he has a proven record at Chepauk. Jadeja, what can I even say about him? He has always been a reliable pillar for CSK, and I'm sure will continue to do so in this season as well. And now they have Noor Ahmed in the mix as well, a player CSK spent quite a lot of money on in the auction to acquire. So, well, it would be interesting to see how they perform. I know that all three of them bring different skill sets, and I feel together they have the ability to restrict opposition batters, especially in those crucial middle overs. And they have backup spin options as well in Rachin Ravindra, Sreyash Gopal, and Deepak Huda. In fact, I think CSK also has an underrated pace bowling attack, and Pathirana will most likely lead that attack. He has been with the team for 3 seasons now, and in the 20 matches that he has played for them, he has taken 34 wickets, which I don't think is bad. And now there's Khalil Ahmed as well. And if you look at his numbers from last season, he was quite impressive for Delhi, taking 17 wickets. And then for the third seamer slot, they have Sam Curran or Jamie Overton, both of whom bring all rounder capabilities with them. And then there's backup options as well: Nathan Ellis, and a good quality Indian contingent featuring Mukesh Chaudhary, Gurjapneet Singh, and Anshul Kamboj. I also think having a good unit of all rounders is a big plus point for any team, especially in T20 cricket, where the game can change very rapidly. Having players who can contribute both with the bat and the ball is crucial. And with Rachin Ravindra, Ravindra Jadeja, Sam Curran, Jamie Overton, Shivam Dubey, CSK do seem to have a lot of depth in that squad. And it also gives them batting options down to number 9, which I'll discuss later when I go over my probable playing 11. That being said, there are a few areas of concern to talk about as well. Now, while it's true that CSK's batting runs deep, their middle order can be a potential vulnerability. Now, Shivam Dubey will most likely bat at number 4 or 5. And while he is powerful, he can hit those big shots. Consistency sometimes can be an issue with him, I feel. And then there's Deepak Huda and Vijay Shankar. Both of them are experienced. But let's be honest, they have never really cemented their place as reliable game changers. I just feel Chennai Super Kings lack a marquee X Factor finisher who can clear boundaries under every situation. If their top order fails, I think CSK can struggle to post or chase big totals because of this. Another point is, how will CSK manage their foreign player slots? So they can only play 4, right? But I think they have 5 strong contenders. Devon Conway, Rachin Ravindra, Pathirana, Sam Curran, and Noor Ahmed. So they have to figure out what will be their best combination without disrupting the team balance. So now it's time for my probable playing 11 based on all these circumstances. Well, I know many might disagree, but I feel only one of Conway or Rachin Ravindra will feature in the playing 11. So it will be Gaikwad opening with either one of them, then Rahul Tripathi, Shivam Dubey, either one of Deepak Huda or Vijay Shankar, Sam Curran. They can also try Jamie Overton if Sam Curran is not performing, Ravindra Jadeja, MS Dhoni. Though these three places can exchange among themselves based on the match situation. Then it's Ashwin, as I said before, batting options down to number 9, Pathirana and Noor Ahmed. For impact player, they can bring in Khalil Ahmed, who will provide them with that extra pace bowling option. To conclude, CSK has built their squad with a clear strategy. Dominate at home with spin and rely on their deep running batting lineup to post or chase big totals. Their strengths lie in experience, spin bowling, and of course, as I said, tactical brilliance, which have been hallmarks of CSK's success over the years. But as I also mentioned, that middle order could be a potential hurdle, especially in high pressure matches. But hey, it's CSK. If there's one team that can learn to adapt and continue winning, it's them. So who knows? Anyway, what do you think of their squad and what do you think of their playing 11? Do you think they have it in them to make it to the playoffs once again this year? Let me know in the comments. And if you have liked today's video, please don't forget to give a like. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel Offside Opinions yet, please do it today. Thank you.